Hello. I'm going to try to walk a very fine path. I think this is a dilemma or an issue that perplexes many. I know it does me. Alright, enough with the hype. Are you guys ready? Knowledge. If babies can go to heaven without ever knowing anything, and blind, deaf, mutes can go to heaven without ever hearing the scripture, then what is knowledge? You know, the Garden of Eden, the serpent tricks Eve into eating the forbidden fruit. May I make an observation? The fruit of knowledge grew in the Garden of Eden. So, there is knowledge in heaven. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Alright. So, the reason because that really hung me up for a long time, because I thought, well, if all of our problems began because we were kicked out of the garden because we gained knowledge, then shouldn't we try to get back into heaven by getting rid of knowledge? I know it's a very rudimentary approach, but aren't we supposed to expel the thing that corrupted us? Well, what do we do with knowledge? Because we are here. And whether we are corrupted or not, we have been chosen, selected, predestined to be here. So here we are. Here we the fuck are. Is this a mistake? Did God make a mistake by putting us all here? I guess you need to answer that. I won't tell you that. But do you think you're a mistake? Do you think that you are an accident, a byproduct, leftover? And if you are, then doesn't that mean that this system of chaos and order and evolution and causality, aren't those your God? Really, think about it. What is a God? Is knowledge your God? That would be Gnosticism. It would be Luciferian. And that's really what I'm getting at here. Okay? I'm going to shift way to the end and then work back up to it. Okay? We are dumb animals, lamb. Then we gain knowledge, Gnostic. We are led astray by that knowledge until we awaken and transcend to be shepherds. I really don't want to blaspheme or walk that line, okay? And I definitely don't want to talk about anything I'm not, confident on. But, so let's do a hypothetical. What is Jesus? What was he? Was he a man? Some people would say yes, some people would say he was more than that. But arms, legs, a head, walked, talked, right? Okay, man. Special man? Yes. Special in what way? Divine? What's divine? Alright, okay. I think that Jesus didn't want us to remain helpless sheep. I think that a shepherd that only wants lamb to stay tiny and helpless and stupid is gross. If you love something, you want it to develop to be whatever it's going to be. If you love something, that means you love all the stages of its life. Now, are we meant to be followers? As part of the journey, yes. But do we follow for the whole journey? Well, if we're all supposed to follow all the time, then why does Christ ever have to find the lost sheep? We are supposed to wander and meander. We're supposed to be inquisitive and challenge. I'm going to shift gears. If you can follow me, Godspeed. If you can't, I'm not going to apologize. Maybe I'm not your cup of tea. I don't want to run the world. I don't want to be the guy that has to solve all the problems, come up with a final solution, the judge, jury, executioner. I don't want to be Charlemagne. I don't want to be Hitler, Khan, Alexander. I don't want to be Julius Caesar. I don't want to be Jesus. I don't want to be Neo. I don't. I have tried to take control. I did the Icarus thing. When I was about 10 or 11, I looked right out the window and I stared at the sun as long as I could. And it was fucking stupid. But I had to. I have to test my boundaries. I have to. And I'm a little bit smart, and I've had some advantages and a lot of grace and perspective and whatever else fucking bullshit. And I'll tell you, I had access to power. I would say I had some power. Flew too high. It's so why live at all? Why do anything? That's why I really sat down to start to make this video. Is if God has a plan and everything's pre-designed and everything's accounted for, and our will is the test, not our accomplishment, our will. Where do we align it? Do we give it up? Where is our will? If that's the test, then that means your will can be whatever it is while you remain perfectly still. You could be comatose and still have a good will. But then the Bible, I know the Bible, right? The Bible talks about labor. Talks about rejoicing. Talks about being active. But to do what? To sin? Is that why we're active? To make mistakes? To test God's plan? God already has a plan. It's going to work out exactly the way it was meant to, whether I do or don't do. Schrodinger, right? Whether I do something right now or something else right now, it's all part of God's plan. It's all going to work out exactly the way that it meant to. So why do anything? Why do anything? Because I choose to. Because I took that knowledge, that awareness, I took the concept of my own mortality. That's what the knowledge and the fruit is you're going to die, and you know it. So I took that sentience, and I was afraid, and I compensated by trying to acquire and amass power. It worked out about as well as you would expect. And my brain fried, and I blew a gasket, and I stripped some gears, and I carried a very big chip on my shoulder for a long time. And I was special. But I am an experimenter. I need to know my limits, and I went down those rabbit holes, and I really punished myself, and yeah, you get the idea. And I found out that all power in this world is a gimmick and a lie and a trap, you know. And then I started to say, well, where have I heard this information before? And then, you know, I got back into my faith, stronger than ever. But what's the point? If we can't really control the outcome, is it all just a simulation? And if it's a fucking simulation, then it's less than nothing. Well, like I said, I don't want to have to be the one to save everybody. When I had power and I tried to take more power, but it conflicted with my nature, my heart, the character that God gave me, I met complications, and things got sketchy, and then I pushed hard because I don't punk out, and the roof fell in on me. All that, fast forward again, my modus operandus, because somebody asked me about it, and I think a few people don't understand it, and they want to, and that's fine. I hope to be Gandalf when offered the Ring of Power, and to recoil, and to have the grace to control my anger when the people that don't understand make me the offer. Because I get it. We keep thinking we can trust people. Donald Sutherland in the remake of The Italian Job said, I trust everybody, I don't trust the devil inside of them. There you go. Devil pops out at the most inconvenient moments. I don't want to run the world. I don't want to be the Pope. I don't want to be Jesus. I don't want to be the Führer. I want to skate, surf, glide, frolic. If I can do whatever the fuck I want to do, I want to live out that dream I have where I'm in the field and there's nobody around. And it's a bright, pretty day. And I start to take a jog in the short grass. And I feel light and carefree. And before I know it, I'm no longer jogging. I'm wisping above the tree line, and I'm going faster. And I don't feel the chill from the wind. I still feel warm and calm as if I'm just sitting in that field. And I start to really cook, and I go a little bit higher. And now I'm among the clouds. And I know that if I peak higher than that, I'll get cooked. And if I go above the clouds, I won't see them little people scurrying like ants down there no more, and they fascinate me. And what scares me is sometimes I get angry at the little people down there and turn my back to them, and I really look forward to getting scorched. And I'm working on that. Ultimately, if I don't enjoy what I do on a spiritual level, then I probably shouldn't do it. What do I mean? I don't want to upset anybody, so I'm going to try to be as polite as I can. I certainly have no interest in popularity, or a word metric was used. Like, all of my videos are a message in a bottle. All of them are a heartfelt I love you to myself and anybody that would read it. And it's practice, because I'm fucking antisocial. If my message got to 1 million people and nobody liked it, it would mean less to me if I was sitting at the public park and the homeless guy in the dress came up and had a conversation with me. I have to do something in my life that is amusing and fun. And it's not video games and racing cars and chasing girls so much these days. It's building a giant mountain out of mashed potatoes. I don't know if many people get that reference. Why bother? Why speak my mind? Why try it all? Because when I realized that I did shit my own way my whole life and all I did was fucking hurt people and disappoint my creator, I decided, you know what? I'm going to do whatever it is that God wants me to do, and I need to figure out how to do that. And that is ask myself, what is love, and what do I do with that? How do I find action in love if I'm so motivated by love, mercy, forgiveness, love? Well, I do everything that I do out of love. And that very rarely has anything to do with popularity or... So, if I should ever blow up and become popular, I would know that the end of this was near. Because I started making videos knowing that I was going to give this up when I moved to wherever it was I was going, because the internet is fucking Jewish. So, if none of my videos ever got saw and all they were was food for the AI machine, cool. This is my church. I got it off my chest. And the people that ask me questions about what I'm talking about and how I operate, that's my audience. I win. I'm there. I've arrived. The correspondence I've received this week has validated me and has enriched my life and has given me pep. Some of the things, the nice things and the challenging things that were said to me this week really floated my boat, man. I'm gas. I'm just woo. I'm just happy. Yeah. We'll all try to wrestle control until we realize that we're never going to stop the world from spinning. We can't. The best that we can do is approve of our own actions and the conscience that God gave us. Right? The best that we can do is look at ourselves and say, I'm a worthless meatbag, but somebody made me and somebody loves me and I do have a purpose. And I need to even that score. I got to make good on that investment. And how do I do that? Well, I do what I was meant to do. If I'm a car, I'm a drive. If I'm a plane, I'm a fly. If I'm a frog, I'm a ribbit and eat flies. Well, I'm a me. And what do? Well, I like to say stupid shit on the internet. I like to speak my thoughts. I like to advocate for children because they need it. I fancy tactics, but I don't live them. I can't, because that's worldly. I didn't plan to be born. I didn't draw it out, and I don't have a plan for dying. And the rest in the middle, to assume that I have control over or much to dictate, is folly. Why do anything? Why am I on the internet? Why try it all? Because you might see this and I love you. Take care. God bless.